This is like gonna be short. But basically, we know that there's a new women's titles in WWE with Asuka and Rhea being the holders of them. Asuka's the new undisputed women's champion. Rhea is the new, I think it's the heavyweight women's championship or the world women's championship, the WWE World Women's Championship. I think that's what they're calling it. Very happy that the women are being acknowledged as heavyweight, undisputed, and or world champions. Very cool to, have that. However, I feel like Rhea and Asuka being... It's not even the fact that they're the new champions. I just don't like that they won the Raw and SmackDown women's titles, had very short, lackluster runs with those belts just to win another set of titles. You know what I mean? I feel like they should have had... WWE should have had Charlotte and Rhea face off. You know how Charlotte came in as the Divas champion and she retired the Divas title at WrestleMania 32? She came in WrestleMania 32 as the Divas champion, right? And then she, they were like, the participants in the match are Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Divas champion Charlotte Flair, and they will be competing to become the inaugural Raw Women's champion, which means the Divas title will be retired. I feel like that's what they should have did at WrestleMania this year because, I have a rant from WrestleMania, but that's for another video. It would have made more sense, and it would have been better to have, Charlotte and Rhea fight for the World Women's title at it just makes sense. Like, you have two new titles that you are acknowledging as the undisputed and World Women's titles. Those are already like huge names, which means they have a high prestige already to them. And then on top of that, it's WrestleMania and it's Hollywood themed. Like, come on now, like, that's huge. I feel like they should have had Charlotte and Rhea fight for the world title, the World Women's title, and Asuka and Bianca could have fought at WrestleMania for the Undisputed Women's Championship. So Bianca could have retired the Raw Women's Championship, and Charlotte could have retired the SmackDown Women's Championship. And it would have been believable because Bianca would, at that point, she would have been the second longest reigning Raw Women's Champion, and she would be retiring it at WrestleMania, and she had already held the title for a year. And Charlotte has held the SmackDown Women's title so many times, and she's the most decorated woman in WWE. So her retiring the title makes sense. But that's my rant. I just don't like it. Like, when Becky and Charlotte swapped titles, I didn't mind it as much because the reigns that they had before swapping it, they weren't... Well, Becky's reign was kind of bad, but it was entertaining to say the least. Charlotte's reign was good. It has some up and down moments, but they were better reigns than the reigns that we're having now. With Asuka and Rhea's Raw and SmackDown run before they got the new titles. And the titles being unveiled on a regular Raw and regular SmackDown when they could have been unveiled at WrestleMania, it's just like a very missed opportunity, but it is what it is. And I don't really like, how Rhea has yet another title, with the million titles that she already held, millions of titles she has already held. And before y'all start, well, Charlotte has held millions of titles. Well, Charlotte has had good reigns. WWE has never booked Rhea to have a good reign unless it's her NXT UK reign, and I think that's it. Like, literally. I just feel like Rhea... You know what? I'm gonna make a rant about Rhea Ripley in another video to explain it. But that's my video, and I'll see y'all in the next video whenever I record it and upload it.